It looks like we're up, ready, and rolling. We got a minute and 33 before our game time. Steve Klarner is about to join me in the booth. He will set up with his headset. We got the coaches for New West. I see Mr. Kelly Scott walking across the floor, getting ready for tonight's big matchup versus the Saints. Referees are on the floor. Decent little crowd in attendance tonight, Steve. It's nice to see. I know you're not hooked up yet. When you are
ref sponsored by Jeff.
No comment. I will plug you in when you're ready to go.
I gotta do the players.
Yes, you do. Do you want to do the players without? Actually, no, I'll plug you in so you're live and everybody back home watching the broadcast later will be able to hear your call. You ready to roll?
Sure, why not?
Plug and play, baby. Steve, you are in booth with Mr. Jeff Fisher.
What an honor
Exciting.
it is.
Exciting.
Oh, look, I can't read this.
Well, players are entering, Steve-O. I will fade out this music and you can take it away.
Might as well let it run down to 0 on the clock.
So we got a couple healthy scratches for Port Coquitlam tonight at least. I see Ben Agnes across there. Not sure if he's healthy scratch or injured.
Toothpick logging.
That's saving the environment, Steve.
Oh, I'm live too. Sorry about that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's final regular season game between the visiting New West Salmonbellies and your home Port Coquitlam Saints. First for the visiting Salmonbellies, starting in goal, number 35, Leighton Manuel. Number 92, Eric Kratz. Number 3, Anthony Matuziak. Number 4, Dalton Lupo. Number 5, Taylor Jensen. Number 7, Noel DeGeef. Number 9, Quinn Stanhope. Number 10, Stam Stevens. Number 14, Ryan Wilkinson. Number 16, Max Gerhardt. Number 17, Parker Johnson. Number 18, Lane Varley. Number 20, Nathan Macedo. Number 21, Emmett Donahoe. Number 22, Jacob Patterson. Number 23, Matthew Buchanan. Number 24, Josh Bosher. Number 27, Charlie Kurtenbach. Number 41, Frank Darby. And number 48, Kalen McKay. Does it sound okay, Roger?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? And now for your home Port Coquitlam Saints, starting in goal, number 1, Roman Rose. 00, Torn Van Reenen. Number 3, Connor Frost. Number 5, Joel Edgar. Number 6, James Alexander. Number 7, Carson Reese. Number 9, Liam Thomas. Number 10, Josh Ray. Number 11, Matt Blanchard. Number 12, Jordan Dunbar. Number 14, Tanner Riley. Number 15, Graydon Bradley. Number 16, Jaden LeBranche. Number 17, Ryland Reese. Number 19, Lucas Taylor. Number 20, Brody Gillespie. Number 22, Dylan Folds. Number 23, Keegan Bell. Number 24, your captain, Ty Goff. And number 25, Clark Walter. If I could have everyone please rise, remove your hats, and join us for our national anthem. play-by-play booth selfie. We should tweet that out. There's a fire burning in my heart. Yep. It sounds like it. They're ready to go. Leighton Manuel. Okay, well, we're underway here for the final regular season game, Intermediate A, between the first place Saints and the, I'm not sure what place the Bellies are in, to be honest with you, Jeff. The standings. And if we lose, I think we drop to third, if I'm not mistaken. Right. No, we're going to leave the math out of it tonight, Jeff. So Carson Reese loses the handle on that one. Loose ball. Reese picks up the loose ball and gives that away, and it looks like that would be Donahoe of the Bellies picking up the loose ball. He drops the ball again behind the net. That was Phil Donahue, Jeff. That's Donahoe. I was just going to say, I went to school with a girl named Donna. Yeah. So Ty Goff picks up the loose ball. He's got Frost breaking down below for him. Frost spins, takes a shot, saved by Manuel. Back in the middle there for Ryland Reese. He misses the handle on that one. It's going to roll back. And that's Brody Gillespie chasing down the loose ball. Yeah, you know, it seems to be a bit of a trend these days. So Frost puts the ball up top to Goff, back to Frost. Frost puts it across to Gillespie. Gillespie makes a move, gets a shot, and that goes off the head, I believe, of the Salmonbellies. And that will do it for the shot clock, and the Bellies will take over. So we got Jensen's going to go down, pick up the ball in the corner. Hands off to Jacob Patterson. Stanhope. McKay. DeGeif. Helped us a couple times last year. So DeGeif with the ball behind the net. Knifing his way through the back of the crease. Puts a ball up top. Back in behind there, back up top to Stanhope. Stanhope with a shot and a goal. So that one trickles by Roman Rose. Really? So that's going to be Stanhope's goal from Patterson and Matusiak. Newest goal scored by number 9, Quinn Stanhope. The assist to number 22, Jacob Patterson. And number 3, Anthony Matusiak. Time of the goal, 2:32. Stanhope from Patterson and Matusiak at 2:32. That's a good season. So DeGeith misses the handle on that one. Jeff, I think your headset is Kaputski. Is that a word? Can we call it Kaputski? Kurtenbach puts it down low to Matusiak. Oh, sorry, Matusiak. Well, Jeff, you're done. So I can... Oh, there's a save by Rose. Rose looking for an outlet. Nobody there. He's going to put it across to Liam Thomas. Walter off the bench. Frost. Alexander. You're going to wire hard your headset? Hard wire your headset. So Folds making some moves up top. Takes a shot. Save. Rebound. Picked up by Walter, and he puts the biscuit in the basket to tie the game at 1.
Okay, Steve-O, I got a new headset here. Hopefully everybody can hear me, or maybe that's a bad thing or a good thing.
Saints goal scored by number 25, Clark Walter. The assist to number 22, Dylan Folds. Time of the goal, 4:14. Walter from Folds at 4:14.
Okay, well, we were getting the headphones swapped out. I'm good to go now. So that's with Clark Walter scoring that one. I thought I'd mention his name as well. He's sitting in number 11 in the league, number 25, Clark Walter, with 26 goals and 32 assists.
How many points is that, Jeff?
Didn't we say we're leaving math out of this tonight? A whopping 58.
So Carson Reese with the ball, puts it down low to his brother Rylan. Rylan gets... I can't say what I was going to say, but there's a shot from the other Reese, and that goes wide and down the other end.
It was a greasy from Reese.
It was a greasy from Reese. Greasy Reese.
Seems like PoCo's doing what they did over the last couple of years, Steve. Not a lot of action. The first guy to go into the top 10 in scoring would be Dylan Folds, 26 and 32. And like I said, then it goes Clark Walter, and then we're at Keegan Bell and Connor Frost down near the bottom. So scoring by committee as usual. And
that was the same, I think, last year with the same thing last year, so that's good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So Matusiak with the ball puts it down behind the net to, I didn't catch that number there, but it looks like Darby, and it is. Darby being pressured by Goff behind the net. Darby's got the ball. Ball's loose, picked up by Edgar. And Edgar is going to break away down the floor. He's got Bell wide open, hands off to Bell. Bell pushes his way through, takes a shot, saved by Manuel. Oh, and Bell picks up the rebound, and he puts the ball back to Liam Thomas.
Dances around like a ballerina, a 6'3" ballerina.
It looks like he's got wearing short shorts, Jeff.
He actually is, Steve.
Is he?
Yeah.
He asked for those specifically like that.
He tailored them.
He tailored them. I think he hemmed them up. Oh, they're going to call that a goal? No, they're going to say that didn't go
Steve.
in.
You've got to look who...
I think we should go to the replay on that. Can we get a replay there, Mr. Producer?
We got to... It's not the...
I want the overhead camera shot. That wasn't a goal, though, but whatever.
Oh, in our books it was.
Did you hear that, Jeff? You hear that out there? That camera's got a squeak in it. Or was that Ron?
It's getting old. You got a squeak in him. Oh, little slash action there. So, Teddy was sleeping.
Yeah. Well, I think he's just going to, they're going to let the boys play a little bit here. So 15 on the shot clock. Walter gets the ball down to LeBranch.
Speaking of LeBranch, he is sponsored by our game day sponsor, Steve, the Yellow Pages.
And what color are our jerseys, Jeff?
Yeah, yellow.
Wow.
Black and yellow,
like
black and yellow.
So coincidental. Darby with the ball. Gets around his guy, gets it down low to DeGeif. DeGeif looking, puts it up top to Patterson. Patterson steps in, loses the handle, and that's going to be picked back up by Johnson. A little play and catch there by the Bellies. Ball's loose, picked up by Matusiak. Time expires, and it's Saints ball. Tanner Riley being pressured by Kurtenbach.
Who was the New West goal there, Steve? Number 9?
Number 9,
Stanhope?
Stanhope. So Brody Gillespie pressuring Boucher. Boucher hands off to Stanhope, puts it down low to Stanhope's got the ball back. McKay with the ball, steps around, gets a shot, misses the net wide, and that's going to be out of play, Saints ball.
Well, 11:35 left to play in the first, Steve. Once again, a reminder, everybody, 1-1 tie. Connor Frost with a little rip down the middle.
Hands off to Liam Thomas. Over to Bell. Bell misses the handle on that one. And that's going to be swallowed up by Gerhardt of the Bellies.
Good to see number 6, James Alexander, out, coming down from Kelowna tonight.
It's a short hop down the Coquitlam.
Yeah.
Matusiak with the ball. Puts it up top to Darby.
Terrence Trent.
Darby tries to put it down low in the corner there. And I'm not sure what happened, but it went out of play off of Saints, so it's going to stay with the Bellies. Matusiak with the ball. Darby shot, save Rose. Rose scoops up the loose ball, and he hands off to Liam Thomas. So we definitely got a good crowd in the stands here tonight, Jeff. I'm quite surprised. Mind you, it is a little bit cooler out tonight, so not so bad.
Yeah, it really is a good crowd on tonight, that's for sure. You got actually quite a bit of New West. Oh, nice dive across the crease, and he gives it to him.
And the New West bench is up in arms because the whistle actually went.
Really, yeah, they've got a good
to
point
the goal.
there. I don't know why they blew that whistle down, and it continued, and crease dive it was.
So it's going to be folds from LeBranche.
Well, Steve, you might have to repeat that because we were on the replay where you were looking away there, and I don't think the folks at home can hear when we are on the replay.
All right. So so again, that goal was. So they do call that a goal. Folds from LeBranche, and the reason the whistle went was there was a penalty coming up to New West. But PoCo had possession, and it was the referee just prematurely blew his whistle.
Prematurely blew what?
His whistle.
Right, his whistle. Did Roger just mute me?
He just probably muted me. Saints goal scored by number 22, Dylan Folds. The assist to number 16, Jaden LeBranche. Time of the goal, 9:35. Folds from LeBranche at 9:35. Oh, we got a penalty, Jeff. It was a high
Yes,
stick.
I hit my song a little early there in the middle of your broadcast.
Saints penalty to number 17, Rylan Reese. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 10:05. Reese for high sticking at 10:05.
Looks like PoCo had the chance to get that out, but couldn't collect the Lucy. New West picks it back up. Nice stop.
Saved by Roman Rose. Loose ball, and that's interference on the Saints. It's going to stay with the Bellies. So Johnson with the ball puts it across to Patterson. Patterson back up top to Johnson. Across to Kurtenbach, back to Johnson. And Johnson with a shot, save Rose. So Joel Edgar with the ball. Hands off to Walter. Walter gets it across center quick enough. And the Saints will do their best here to try and kill the next minute 3 of the penalty to Ryland Reese for high sticking, Jeff.
I wondered why our crowd was so large. We got the whole frickin' Adnac team over there.
Where?
And they're sitting with New West.
Oh, right. So Frost, Walter being pressured there by a couple bellies. And he goes down, and the ball goes up, out of play, and they're going to say it's going to be staying with the Saints.
So far, this ref's made 2 great calls, that one and the goal.
Yep. So Connor Frost being pressured down below. He gets in behind the net, gets around the net, speeds Folds in the middle. Folds takes a shot. Saved by Manuel. And the Bellies will break back out. 17 left in Reese's penalty. Matches his jersey number. Ryland Reese, sponsored by the Yellow Pages.
Is he really?
That's what his jersey says, Jeff.
Very nice. Game day sponsor, player sponsor, but Steve,
not the penalty box
did
sponsor.
you mention our penalty box sponsor, as usual?
Papa Leo's Pizza in the oven. I hope that wasn't too loud, but I know Roger's pulling his headphones off his head.
He's tired of listening to us.
Did you watch any of that golf today, Jeff?
No.
You were up early enough.
No flogging, yeah, but I was working, Steve.
Oh, oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah. Whoa.
Just a reminder, balls will frequently leave the playing surface. Please be aware at all times.
Better late than never, Steve. Ask the guy with the concussion.
Yeah. What?
Huh? You talking to me?
So Liam Thomas steps around, takes a shot, save Manuel. Loose ball picked up by the Bellies. Varley hands off to Jensen. And shoots that up out of play. We got 2 balls on the floor, and that's not going to work in this game.
Those Folds on the second goal for PoCo, Steve?
Correct, Jeff. So Clark Walter brings the ball in across center for the Saints. He's got Frost off the bench, hands off to Frost. Frost makes a move on Jensen. Oh, I'm surprised there's no call there. Yes, there was an interference call on Walter against Jensen. So the Bellies, Stevens starts off with the ball. He's going to hand off to Wilkinson. Patterson joining him off the bench. Patterson now with the ball. Puts it across to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach gets a pick from Stanhope. Steps in all day. Takes a shot. Save Rose.
I think we talked about this last time. Is that an Orland Kurtenbach?
Yeah.
Is that the same
It's
name?
got to be. It's a Kurtenbach, right?
Yeah. I guess we could ask old Gordon McIntosh. I saw him standing over there somewhere.
That is his
father-in-law.
LeBranch up top to Goff. Down low to Reese. Ryland Reese making some moves. Looking to make a pass. Pass it across to LeBranch. Missing the handle on that one. Ball's loose. And scooped up by the Bellies, Boucher. Boucher being pressured by Reese and Goff. And Boucher hands off to Gerhardt, who dumps it to Darby. So Kurtenbach with the ball up top. He's got Matusiak there with him. Kurtenbach looking. Moving. A shot. Save off Rose's toe. So Roman Rose coming up smelling like roses.
Good one, Steve.
Ball loose behind the net. Darby chasing it down. Ryland Reese flicks it up. It goes through the crease, and Ryland Reese picks it up, and he's going to take it down the floor, being pressured by Darby. And Darby goes for a little spin on that one.
It's kind of a funny way he fell there.
Yeah, it looked a little awkward. So Frost now with the ball, being pressured by Jensen. Frost looking for something, nothing there. He's going to dive across the crease, and they're going to call no goal on that one. But we're going to go to a replay, right, Roger?
I don't know if that was.
We will tell you if that was in the crease or not.
I don't know if that was no goal or he was doing the YMCA dance.
Apparently, Roger's not listening to us.
Roger doesn't love us anymore.
So we got to do the play-by-play. Roger doesn't have to listen, and he can just stand there in the cool air, and we got to sweat our way in here. Oh, there's a shot from outside by McKay and puts it past Roman Rose to even the score at 2. So that's going to be Kaylin McKay.
4:31 left in the first period, 2-2 tie.
48.
48.
9-7.
Well, off the draw, diving James Alexander pushes it forward. Then that was Josh
goal scored
Ray.
by number 48, Kaylin McKay. The assist to number 9, Quinn Stanley.
Wow.
And number 7, Nell DeGeef. Time of the goal, 15:29.
That was a beauty goal there, Steve. Real beauty. That was a real sweet little twister he ran there.
Saints goal scored unassisted by number 6, James Alexander. Time of the goal, 15:45. Alexander unassisted at 15:45. So, Jeff, with 4:05 remaining in the first period, it's the Saints 3, the Bellies 2. Ball loose up top. Folds chasing it down, 14 on the shot clock. He's being pressured by Stevens, and Folds comes up with the loose ball. And he's going to get it back across as fast as he can. And gets tripped up. No call. Ball's loose. And that's going to end the shot clock. And that'll be Belly's ball.
Looked like old Foldsy there was looking for a back check.
But he didn't get it, Jeff.
That would be correct.
So Clark Walter comes up with a loose ball. He passes it up to Folds. Folds brings it down in the corner.
That was a great feed.
Liam Thomas now with the ball. Bell on the right side looking. Liam Thomas being pressured. Nothing there. He's going to hand it back to Brody Gillespie. Brody Gillespie off the bench. Takes it to the cage. Gets a shot. Saved by Manuel. Not sure where it was, but it was underneath him.
Couple of those flops by Manuel. Not too sure if he's got the ball or not.
No, exactly.
Clark Walter looking good early tonight.
So Curtin back with the ball up top. He's going to step around his check. Bell gets by Bell, takes a shot, and I don't think that got through.
Saved by Lucas Taylor.
Yes, Lucas Taylor with the save, and Graydon Bradley picks up the rebound. Bradley hands off to Blanchard. Matt, show me your hair, Blanchard.
Matt, you gotta love my bounce. Blanchard. He does got the bouncy bounce hair. Oh.
Bouncing a bouncy hair. He could go for the head and shoulders.
Shed and holders?
Shed and holders commercial. He could do the head and shoulders commercial.
He could. Fabio.
Matusiak, one man to beat, gets a shot, score!
Oh, that was a nice goal.
So Matusiak puts it behind Roman Rose
Not
to
too
even
shabby.
the score at 3.
Yeah, that was a good little goal there. Steve, Everett's looking at you. Saints back on the draw. Liam Thomas pulls that one straw. That was actually Alexander draws it back to Gillespie.
New West goal scored by number 3, Anthony Matusiak. The assist to number 48, Kaylin McKay. And number 7, Nell DeGeef. Time of the goal, 17:55. Matusiak from McKay and DeGeef at 17:55. Can you read my
Folds.
writing, Jeff?
Just trying to spell a last name, that's all.
Which one?
I got it.
Patterson looking. Darby with the ball up top, and that was an errant pass picked off by Lucas Taylor. Lucas Taylor on a breakaway. Save.
Too bad.
It was so anticlimactic, wasn't it?
I like when the D guys go for a run.
So Rylan Reese picks up the loose ball. He's got LeBranch off the bench. Reese looking to hand off, and he does to Connor Frost. Last minute of play in the first period.
Ooh.
Shot by Reese, saved by Manuel, rebound by LeBranch, and another save by Manuel.
Rebound by
Reese,
Dunbar.
Dunbar, that's what I meant to say, Jeff. Reese back in the middle, scores. So with
nice.
44 seconds remaining, Rylan Reese puts the Saints up by 1.
Well, that was a great goal with 44 seconds left. The Saints are able to take the lead 4-3 in the first period.
Saints goal scored by number 17, Rylan Reese. The assist number 16, Jaden LeBranch. And number 12, Jordan Dunbar. Time of the goal, 19:16. Reese from LeBranch and Dunbar at 19:16. Well, Jeff, Darby with the ball up top, taking a look. 23 seconds left on the clock, puts it down the corner to Wilkinson. And that shot misses the net wide, and that's going to be picked up by Josh Ray, who passes it up to Keegan Bell. 8 on the clock. Bell with the ball. What's he going to do here? Steps in, takes a shot, save Manuel, and that'll do it for the first period. So at the end of the first period, it's the Saints 4, the Bellies 3. Shots on goal by the Saints 17, by the Bellies 14. We'll be back in 10 or more.
Fucking boxes in the way again.
Second period sponsor brought to you by Maximus Supplements. I just wanted to say that.
Nice save by by Mr. Rose right off the draw.
So the Saints are going to set up here on offense. Gillespie steps in, takes a shot. Easy save by Manuel.
Easy breezy. Ding dong.
Doing. Matusiak with the ball, hands off to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach peeling the curtain, takes a shot, misses the net wide. Loose ball picked up by Clark Walter, and he's off to the races. He's got Donahoe all over him. And Walter peels back.
Nice to see junior coach Mr. Bob Bell in-house tonight, checking out the action.
Yeah, Bald,
what?
Bob Bell. Bob Bell hanging out in the corner where he belongs.
Little Jack Horner.
Little Jack Horner sitting in his corner. Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Wood? Not enough room for you to get by?
Oh, wooly bully.
So Ryland Reese puts it across to Connor Frost. Frost, one man to beat. That's Max Gerhardt. And there's a shot that goes wide, and it's picked up by Gerhardt. Hands off to Donahoe. Donahoe is going to peel back and dish it off to Stanhope. So Stanhope puts it back to Johnson. Johnson takes a shot. Save Rose.
Rose didn't look too sure on that one, Steve.
Nope. I don't think he could see through his throat guard, Jeff.
Those are some big teeth he's got there.
Yeah, he's got big teeth. Bell with the ball being pressured by Stevens. Bell gets around, takes a shot. And I don't think that hit the net, but it's going to be Lupo picking up the loose ball. And he can't get the handle on it, being tracked down by Thomas. And Lupo peels back, waiting for the change to finish. So Lupo hands off to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach taking the ball down in the corner. Gets around Thomas. Gets a shot, misses the net wide, and it's a good thing because he got around Thomas pretty easily there. So Manuel gets the ball, hands off to Patterson, 4 on the shot clock. Gets it down low. Kurtenbach trying to get a shot away before the buzzer, not going to happen. And it's going to be the Saints' ball. So Ty Goff bringing the ball up out of his own end. Gets it up to center, hands off to Keegan Bell. And Bell is going to hand off to Dunbar and make his way to the bench. Dylan Folds up top, surveying the situation, puts it down to Walter. Walter making some moves. Spinning, looking, hands back over to Folds. Folds gets clear lane, shot, misses the net wide. That goes out of play, and that should have gone off of Bellies. And that should be Bellies' ball, but no to that call. And the Bellies throw it away, give it back to the Saints. Kind of like soccer here, Jeff. You know, they knew that there was an infraction. They throw the ball out of play, give it back to the other team. It's just good sportsmanship on the behalf of the Bellies.
That's very nice of the Bellies. I know I was giving Graydon Bradley a hard time that we haven't been able to call his name, and he almost got an interception there. So it would have been a great time to give him an assist.
We could call his name just for, you know what?
I understand.
For its and giggles.
Mm-hmm. Big slash there by Folds and get the loose ball.
Bouncing around down there.
Good hit by Alexander.
So that's going to be Buchanan getting around, being pressured now by Gillespie. Gillespie pins him up against the boards. Buchanan still with the ball in his stick. Boy, he's gets a shot away. So good foray there by Buchanan of the Bellies. Gets a shot away, loose ball in the corner. Stanhope being pressured by Folds, and and there's an errant pass by Buchanan, but Johnson comes up with the ball. Johnson gets around Edgar, gets a shot on Rose. Easy save for Rose. So Edgar with the loose ball, he's going to try and bring it up across the floor. Gets up across center.
Joel's got wheels.
To Brody Gillespie. And Brody Gillespie going to slow things down. Hands off to Ryland Reese. Carson Reese coming out along Ty Goff. Jaden LeBranche with the ball. Puts it back over to Ryland Reese. Ryland Reese makes a nice move. Shot, misses the net wide, up into the netting. Belly ball. So Donahoe hands off to Matusiak. Matusiak. Pass goes off of Goff's stick. Wilkinson. Puts it across to Terrence Trent Darby.
I like that.
Eh?
It's good.
Not bad, eh? That was on the fly too, Jeff.
I called it earlier, you dork.
Did you? I didn't hear it.
Taking credit for my humor.
So it's nice to see you guys got Saints golf shirts this year.
Yeah.
I didn't warrant one this year. I'm sponsored
really
actually
sure
by
what.
Under Armour today.
Don't you love when Willard's playing like Charlie
Charlie
Chaplin over here?
Wait till you
Silent
see
movies.
what I'm wearing up in the booth next year, Jeff.
Nothing?
Oh, I thought that went in, but unable to slip it past Manuel.
Steve's going to wear nothing but a tie.
Yeah. It'll be a
And guess what,
It'll
Steve?
be a real long tie too, Jeff.
You'll be in the booth all by yourself.
Let's just hope Susan Sarandon doesn't come up into the booth if I'm wearing just a tie.
Where's Susan been?
You know what? I just saw her in a movie the other day.
Yes,
it was,
tell me more.
I can't remember what. She was a grandmother. What the heck was that movie called? I can't remember. It was Melissa McCarthy was in the movie.
Tell me more.
You know what? She was got to be about 70 years old, Jeff, but, I'm still digging it.
70.
I don't know.
Tell me more.
It was just like, oh, Susan. And she got drunk, and it was even
Susan.
better. So I think if she got drunk, I might have a chance.
Maybe. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Dunbar is shifty.
Shot save. Manuel making some moves down there.
2 big chances by
Wow.
Dunbar. Apparently, I think
Manuel's got more moves than Emmanuel.
I think. Oh, Steve, that's a little too early for the young years. I believe that Dunbar got an assist earlier we did not give him credit for.
I don't think Roger heard that. He got an assist?
What number
Yeah, right
is
there.
12?
Dunbar.
This one he got it on.
Well, they didn't give it to him, Jeff.
Well, they should, Steve.
Well, okay. We'll just say he did.
Okay.
All right. Oh, hey, we got penalties here. I didn't see what the call was.
2-minute crease play for Dunbar. Loophole's getting 2-minute high stick. So we'll go 4-on-4 here. Goff with the ball at top, down to Reese. Ryland puts it back over to Connor Frost. Little dipsy doodle inside, diving, crease. And it'll go back to the Bellies. Connor tries to sneak across and little slide back check. Nothing doing. Bellies hold on to the ball, bring it across center.
New West penalty to number 4, Dalton Loophole. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 6:47. Saints penalty to number 12, Jordan Dunbar. 2 minutes for
There he
crease
goes.
play. Time of the penalty, 6:47.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your bottles down and your hands together. Graydon Bradley has scored on the 4-on-4. We get to mention his name up here in the booth. He's number 15 in your program, but number 1 in your hearts. Graydon Bradley. I think Teddy just picked up someone's jock off the floor.
Saints goal scored by number 15, Lee. The assist to number 24, Ty Goff. Time of the goal, 7:18. Bradley from Goff is 7:18. That was just too funny. So Gillespie with a shot wide up into the ceiling.
Steve, it is now 5-3 with 12:10 remaining in the second period. The Saints are looking to get on a bit of a roll.
Adnax over there, Jeff looking a little bit worried.
They're like that Alfred E. Newman mad comic.
Old Patterson with a sneaky little back pass, back shot on Rose, and Rose was going to have nothing to do with that. Jeff, are those goalie gloves of Roman Rose's orange?
Yes, I believe he's a call-up from the Richmond team, Steve.
Oh, that's what it is. Back up top to Folds. Folds, Frosty calling for it from the bench. Folds says, no way, man, I'm taking this on my own. Folds spins, makes another move, dives across the crease, misses the net, and they're going to call crease play, or in the crease on Dylan Folds. So we're back to 5-on-5 action here. New West. Emmett Donahoe hands off to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach puts it back down in the corner to Lupel. Lupel spinning, shooting, save Rose, rebound. Wilkinson, and Rose stops that too. Kurtenbach with the ball up top. Johnson now looking, eyeing up, gets a shot, misses the net wide, and he's going to have to chase down his own errant shot.
Oh,
Manuel. Oh, look at that. Good thing that wasn't on net, Jeff. That would have been a goal.
A little misplayed there by the keeper.
So now Manuel's got to put it back up the floor and gives it to Kurtenbach. 7 on the shot clock. Kurtenbach trying to get across. Gets it down, and he gets a shot on Rose, and Rose scoops that up easily. Hands off to somebody there. I can't see who that was.
Josh Ray.
Josh Ray.
Over to Riley. Back up to Rylan Reese.
Reese looking. Puts it up top to Goff. Goff to LeBranche. Back in the middle to Goff. Goff getting draped all over by Lupel. Back up top to LeBranche. LeBranche losing the handle on that one, chasing it down, gets it behind the net, puts 5 seconds over to Dunbar. Dunbar back up top to Carson Reese. Shot saved by Manuel, and he passes it out to Boucher. Boucher brings it back up across. He's got Patterson breaking for the net. Boucher peels back, and he's going to hand off to Matusiak. Matusiak loses the handle on that, pressured by Ty Goff.
Great forecheck.
That's going to go all the way down, and Goff picks up the loose. No, he's not going to pick up the loose ball. Jensen, Goff battling for it. Ball's still loose, and Graydon Bradley picks it up now. So that was a wasted offensive possession by the Bellies. Liam Thomas with a nice move. Picks up his rebound, puts it in the back of the net, and just like that, it's 6-3 Saints.
Well, that was a nice goal by Liam Thomas. He got the first opportunity on a little...
So we got timeout Bellies.
It's a great little pass from Graydon Bradley.
Timeout Bellies.
Bradley looked to move the ball early, but held on to it and found Thomas shooting out the front gate. Thomas had the fake short side, reach around far side, but the keeper was good enough to make that stop. But Liam pounces on the rebound and stuffed it home.
So now technically, Jeff, that becomes Liam's goal, assisted by Liam.
Right.
And Bradley. Okay, I just want to get that clear.
Yeah.
So.
He's double dipping.
Yeah, he's double dipping.
Right.
You know, why not, right?
Between periods, I said, Bradley, you got to do something. He's got a goal and assist, so I'm magic.
That's kind of impressive.
Me or him?
You.
Right.
Not him.
Exactly what I was thinking. Bradley with a little dance.
He likes that song. He's got the
does.
dance going out there.
Yeah, Graydon Bradley, sponsored by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Pump it.
BEP. Pump it, woo,
Steve,
pump it.
Don't do that again. Alexander back to take the draw.
Saints goal scored by number 9, Liam Thomas. The assist to number 15, Graydon Bradley. Time to goal, 10:29. Thomas from Bradley at 10:29.
Oh.
So New West comes right back with a goal from Macedo to bring it back within 2.
That silenced the crowd for a moment.
So with 9:17 left, Macedo brings it back within 2 for the Bellies. New West goal scored unassisted by number 20, Nathan Macedo. Time of the goal, 10:43. Macedo unassisted at 10:43. So there's Lupel getting hit hard by Tanner Riley. Ball's loose, picked up by Wilkinson, puts it back up top to Macedo. Macedo shoots, scores!
Wow.
So Macedo with back-to-back jacks for the Bellies. So the Saints might want to call a timeout here. New West goal scored by number 20, Nathan Macedo. The assist to number 14, Ryan Wilkinson. And number 4, Dalton Lupel. Time of the goal, 11:10. Macedo from Wilkinson and Lupel at 11:10. It's getting hot in here.
It is.
Let's take off all our clothes.
Let's not.
Bell with the ball. Did you know that if you replace the E with the A, you would have Bell and ball?
That's nice.
Bell chasing it down in the corner. Picks up the loose ball. He's got 2 guys draped all over him. There's a third. Ball's loose. And that rolls into Manuel, and he scoops it up.
Could have almost had an
Passes it
interference
off
call there.
To Buchanan. Buchanan being watched by Thomas. Hands off to Stanhope, and Buchanan's going to head for the bench.
Stanhope, is that a distant relative of Bob Hope?
Could be, Jeff, you know. If Bob Hope's name was Bill Bob Hope.
Bob Hope. Oh, and Bell Arena takes it off the foot. Another one, little soccer kick.
So it's going to be Saints ball. Liam Thomas picks it up on the wall. Dunbar off the bench, hands off to Dunbar. Nope, they're going to try the hidden ball trick. Nobody's going to fall for it. Thomas being pressured against his own bench. Too many men. And
wow.
Lupel all on his own, being chased down by Walter. Lupel off the bar, up into the netting. That's going to stay with the Bellies.
That hidden ball trick, well done by the New West guy who pressured the bench there.
Absolutely.
No fooling him.
Nope. I think when you do the hidden ball trick, you actually got to lift it out of your stick, though, Jeff.
Right.
That helps usually.
Look at
somebody
that.
lost a glove. Oh, look at that, Jeff. It's all tied up at 6 with 7:10 left in the second
The
period.
New West bench goes crazy. And so do the Adnaks. Basically, Steve, what I'm wondering tonight is why we are halfway in the second period and I don't have a Slurpee yet.
I don't know.
So just a reminder, our second period, speaking of which, is
Timeout, Saints.
sponsored by Maximus Supplements.
Maximus supplements, Jeff. I've been taking those for a lot of years.
So have I, and it's gone right to my belly.
Right to my belly. I've got the Maximus
Speaking of
belly.
Maximus, Luke Letamaki
Yes.
and company.
It's going to be representing
Right.
Team Finland for the
Borka
World
schmorka,
Indoor
borka
Junior
schmorka.
Championships. We got a goaltender swap going on now, Jeff.
Holy cow, Soren Van Rienen's about to step in between the pipes. Roman's got to take a little breather, get his
Nope, they're
head
not
back.
swapping goaltenders.
What?
Van Rienen was just repositioning to a different gate, Jeff.
Who's our healthy scratches tonight, Steve? Ben Agnes.
Matt Cameron, Sam Orlak,
Oh,
Kyle
that's
Enkelman, and Ben Agnes.
that's Sam Orlick I'm looking at over there.
With the girl with the arm around his shoulder?
No, with the girl not with the arm around his shoulder. That's
Who's the one with the...
Steve.
Who's the one that's got the girl...
Hey, Steve,
draped
take a
all
look at
over?
your brochure here and get to know the players.
I can't see that far, Jeff. But you're telling me that's not a girl? Is that what you're trying to say, Jeff?
Oh,
Who is
boy.
that? Sitting there right across from us with a tie on.
That would be Ben Agnes.
Okay, well, that's what you just said.
No, Sam Orlick over here to the right with the other blonde with no arm around.
Where?
Down in front, black shirt, grayish type hat. No, that's not Queen Elizabeth, Steve.
Oh.
That's Sam Orlick.
Oh, now see, he's got his arm around her.
Oh, now there's wrestling. He must have heard what was going on up here. Look at this. Gillespie
Gillespie peels off.
turns off the Jets.
Alexander breaking to the net, puts it up top to Goff. Goff down to Frost. Goff with a shot, save Manuel, and Goff gives Jensen, a shot to the head, no call. Wilkinson brings the ball up the floor for the Bellies. Kurtenbach looking, hands off to Johnson. Johnson,
Nice
off
fake.
the stick to Matusiak, back to Johnson. Shot, save, Rose, loose ball. Goff flips it up into the air and gives it right to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach now is going to take it to the cage. 6 minutes left in the second period, 6-6. Ryland Reese pressuring Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach spins, puts it behind the net to Darby. Darby up top to Patterson. Shot, save, Rose. And they're going to give the ball back to the Bellies, saying that that was back in by Roman Rose. Reached out of the crease, pulled the ball back in. So Kurtenbach, Bellies with some momentum here with the last 3 goals. Darby gets the ball in the corner. Steps around his man. Lupel tries to set a pick for him. To Geef. Kurtenbach with the ball up top, trying to get around Ryland Reese into the corner. Backhand pass to Geef. Shot, misses net wide. Comes right up top to Johnson. Johnson making some moves. Gets around Taylor, takes a shot, weak shot. Rose picks that up and loses the handle on that himself. We got a loose ball again. Darby picks it back up.
That's 3.
I don't know any songs by Terrence Trent, Darby, Jeff, but if I did, I guarantee I could have come up with something on that one.
Something like, I'm not going to sing.
You say it.
Something or other, something or other. Yeah.
Why don't you search that while I'm trying to speak?
Okay.
Patterson back up top to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach being pressured by Reese. These defenders got to be getting tired for the Saints, Jeff. Oh, there's a shot save. Rose doesn't know where it goes. It's in the corner. Patterson being pressured by Riley. Patterson comes up with the loose ball. Puts it into the middle there on Taylor. No call. New West bench all up in arms looking for a call on that one. Nothing happening. And Bradley brings it across center. You can tell he's tired. He's ready to have a break on the floor out there.
Yeah,
but now
Buchanan
he's got to run with the ball. He's got the ball, so you should get rid of it.
Was Buchanan?
And now he throws it away, and you can tell these Saints are tired, and that's going to go back for the Bellies. So the Saints are a little bit rattled here, Jeff.
Yeah, I'd say.
Stanhope gets the ball behind the net. Up front to McKay. McKay shot, scores! Puts it past Rose. And just like that, it's 7-6 Bellies with 4:12 remaining in the second period.
The Adnaks actually cracked a smile, and they're trying to get the wave going in their stand here.
Really?
I kid you not.
New West goal scored by number 48, Kaylin McKay. The assist to number 9, Quinn Stanhope. And number 4, Dalton Lupol. Time of the goal, 15:38. McKay from Stanhope and Lupol at 15:38.
Well, PoCo's got to wake up and snap out of it.
Wake up, smell the coffee, and Dylan, you got to chase that down. And it goes right into Roses, and they're going to call that back in, as that was a shot by the Saints. And we got a little bit, you know what, I think, who used to say this, Jeff? A little malfunction at the junction. Who said that?
I'm not going Howard Cosell.
How about Ed Whalen?
Ed Whalen.
Stampede Wrestling.
Yes. In meantime, and in between time.
Yeah. There's an
There
errant
we
pass
go.
picked up by Tanner Riley.
He's got to be
Braden
one of the
Bradley with him.
fastest guys on our team, I believe.
I think so.
Oh, look at this.
Stick work.
Oh, man.
Unfortunate. Frost managed just to pick that back up.
Frosty's been silent. He's got to get going here.
Yeah, he does. Frost being pressured by Donahoe. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. There's shot by Goff.
Steve, what
Misses
happened?
that
Our
one.
screen went all black.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's Ken.
Woolard.
Woolard standing in front of the screen.
I believe Pink Floyd's got a song like that, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I think so. I am seeing monkeys floating in space here. Kurtenbach with a shot saved by Rose. Loose ball picked up by Joel Edgar.
Look
Joel Edgar going
at
to turn on the
Joel
Jets.
go.
Oh, and he puts that ball way ahead of Lucas Taylor, but the ball's picked up by Rylan Reese. Rylan Reese looking for someone to hand it off to. He pushes it over to Goff, and that was almost picked off by Matusiak.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Thomas with the ball. 9-8-7-6. Thomas going to wind up. Nope, hands off to Bell, and that was a bad pass over to Bell, and that goes for the shot clock. So Saints looking a little bit sloppy here, Jeff, in the later part of the second period.
I beg to differ. They look a lot sloppy.
Okay, sorry, you're right. I was just trying to be nice because we work for them. Hey, what the heck is that?
Josh Wall, little stress.
No stress, Jeff. I don't feel any stress. I meditate daily. Darby shot scores!
Wow. Terrence Trent.
Did you ever find anything?
I told you it's called wishing well. Come on.
Wishing well. See, I could have come up with that.
You should.
Terrence Trent Darby with a wishing well of a shot puts it past the Rose Garden.
Jesus. He's on fire tonight. Roger, no more drinking beforehand and between periods.
In the meantime and in between time, I'm waiting for the goal scorers. 41.
Bradley on a break here. Number 15 takes the ball down low, rolls back to the corner. We'll move that ball straight across to Brody Gillespie. Down low to Alexander. Alexander waits for the pick, comes across the top, fake shot. Tries to move the ball back to Folds. Folds across to LeBranch. Pick coming from Walter. Little pick and roll to Walter. Ball pops loose, and once again, New West collects the Lucy and will take it down on a 2-on-1 with Blanchard sneaking in late. Bosher with a weak shot. Rosie with an easy save.
So with a $1.09 left in the second period, the Bellies 8, Saints 6. So I think the Saints are just hoping to get out of the rest of this period unscathed, get into the dressing room, regroup, and come out for a hard, full third period. Ty Goff with the ball. Stepping around Donahoe, puts it up top to Frost. Frost loses the handle on that one.
We don't seem to got the touch on the ball tonight.
Donahoe chasing that down. And it looks like that's going to be Jensen, hands off to Donahoe. Donahoe with the ball. Refs are saying play on because it should have been a reset. Donahoe gets it down low to McKay. Johnson off the bench.
30 seconds left.
Puts it back to Kurtenbach. Nice catch by Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach peeling around behind the net, getting past Josh Ray. Kurtenbach turns, spins, hands off to Patterson. Patterson to Johnson. Johnson with a long shot. Score! So Long Johnson.
Long Johnson, right, Steve. Good call. I believe, I'm just going to go on a limb, and I'll be surprised if you don't see Torrin come in the third here. Roman's just, the long shots are beating him tonight. He looked good early, but looking a little rusty now. It's his first game back since his little injury there, so we'll cut him some slack.
New West goal scored by number 17, Parker Johnson. The assist to number 22, Jacob Patterson. And number 48, Kalen McKay. Time of the goal, 19:14. Johnson from Patterson and McKay at 19:14.
Well, the Bellies came to play tonight, that's for sure, Steve. Saints have got one more period to try to turn things around. Roman looking a little frustrated as he heads up. The guys will step outside, collect themselves, get a little bit of water, some fresh air, and we will all be back in 10 minutes.
Look at the time on the clock. Gets into the net. No.
Shot anyways, wasn't it?
No, they got no shot on that, so there's time's going to expire.
How did he not get the shot? That was...
Well, apparently it didn't. As I said, Jeff, the referees are sponsored by New Trend Optical.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what they need to do is every time it hits the goal, he hits the bar, little lights should go off.
Or maybe, I don't know, just pay attention to the job you're doing? I don't know. Go ahead and call me crazy.
Crazy. Train.
Ozzy.
Osborne.
Nice. Ryland, on a breakaway.
No, he's not.
Damn. Wow. Bradley Sr.'s getting all jacked up. He's all hopped up on goofballs.
Ball's up. It's loose.
Ball's
Jensen
up.
grabs it. Oh, and he's hacked down hard by Thomas. No call on the play.
Yes, call.
Oh, now he calls it. So there's going to be a penalty here to Liam Thomas for slashing, I'm going to guess. Goaltender is out for the extra attacker. 13 on the shot clock. McKay surveying the situation. Hands off to Patterson. Down to Wilkinson. Shot by Johnson in the back of the net. And it's back to a 2-goal lead for the Bellies.
This is quite the game. Quite the game indeed. So we're 10-8, 11-11 to play in the third period.
New West goal scored by number 17, Parker Johnson. The assist, number 48, Kalen McKay. And number 3, Anthony Matusiak. Time of the goal, 8:49. Johnson from McKay and Matusiak at 8:49. Frost with the ball up top. Looking, shoots. Save Manuel. And Manuel dishes the ball to Macedo. Hands off to Stanhope. Stanhope being pressured by Blanchard. Ball's down low to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach has got Bradley all over him. Kurtenbach gets it up top to Johnson. Johnson takes a shot, saved by Van Reenen, and he scoops up the rebound. Van Reenen looking for someone to give the ball to. Hands off to Walter. Walter moves it up to Dunbar. Walter Dunbar, is that a person? Could be.
Walter Mathis.
Yeah. Reese up top to Goff. Goff puts it down to LeBron. Ryland Reese coming around the top. And that pass was picked off by Varley.
Chris Farley.
And Gerhardt now with the ball. Gerhardt hands off to Stanhope. Stanhope making moves around Blanchard. Stanhope with a shot wide, picked up by Ryland Reese. And Ryland hands it off to Ty Goff. Goff hands off to Connor Frost.
Yeah, definitely PoCo's got to start picking up the intensity here with only 9 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they're being outshot 41-35. Brody Gillespie moves it over to Frost. Frost trying to make some moves. Bench yelling to move it. 5 on the shot clock. Frost takes a long shot, misses the net wide, and that's going to be scooped up by Donahoe when he's got Boucher breaking. Hands off Boucher. That goes over his head into the corner. Loose ball. And that's going to be swallowed up by Joel Edgar of the Saints. Edgar gets his stick stripped, and that goes right into the stick of Max Gerhardt, who hands off to Parker Johnson. So Parker Johnson puts it across to Matusiak. Matusiak in the corner, puts it up top to Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach puts it over to Johnson. Johnson down to McKay, back up top to Stanhope. Stanhope looking, making some moves, gets around his pick from Matusiak. Matusiak gets the ball back in the middle, misses that, goes in the corner, out of play, Saints ball.
Good D by Joel Edgar there. Took the stick away on the pick and roll.
Yeah, and you hear Brian Bradley complimenting the D coming off the floor. Good D, boys. So we need to keep the defense playing that way, and the offense has got to get it going here. Folds making some moves, loses the handle. Nope, he still got it. Gets a backhand away, saved by Manuel. Loose ball picked up by Walter. Walter gets a shot, misses.
Nice little crafty backhand
and
there.
Scooped up by Jensen. Ball's loose, and that's Gerhardt picking up the loose ball. Wilkinson off the bench. DeGeef joining him. Darby, Patterson. Too many men, so I thought I was counting myself, Jeff, and I lost count.
Delay a game. That's going to be a delay a game.
So Patterson's going to get a delay a game on that one.
He stood a little too close over that ball. Well, this is PoCo's chance to capitalize on this opportunity with 7:38 left to play. 10-8. Going to take a quick break for water.
New West penalty to number 22, Jacob Patterson. 2 minutes for delay a game. Time on the penalty, 12:22. Patterson for delay a game at 12:22. So, yeah, you're right, Jeff. Saints have got an opportunity here to get it back within one on the power play. Oh, here we go. Wishing well, I wish and tell, yeah.
Oh, I don't know what was worse, was the singing or the dancing. Oh, I wish everybody could be in the booth.
So do I. Then they'd all be kiss and tell.
Wow.
Nice ball movement by the Saints. Folds, Walter Reese.
What do you think of this one? Nice. Well, the Saints climb, crawl, and creep their way back in to a 10-9 game against the Bellies.
Saints goal scored on the power play by number 22, Dylan Folds. The assist number 25, Clark Walter. And number 17, Ryland Reese. Time of the goal, 12:44. Folds on the power play from Walter and Reese at 12:44. That might be a penalty, Jeff.
Look at Torrin. Torrin, I think that's a belly-to-belly suplex. He's going to get 3 points for that, Steve.
That is a flying
That's
suplex.
Olympic wrestling at its best. Graydon Bradley looking
Pushing with Gerhardt, or is that Macedo?
I think they're thinking about giving Torrin a penalty for that. But in the end, I think...
He's scratching his head. Raise your arms if you're sure.
He's not too sure.
I don't know what you think, but I don't know. I saw him fall down and fall on the goalie. What do you think, Jeff? I don't know.
I don't know what...
They're going to be Saints ball.
I like it, Steve. I like it a lot.
So Carson Reese starts things off for the Saints. Hands off to Jaden LeBranche. Thomas with the ball in the corner. Brings it up top. Hands off to Keegan Bell. Bell spinning, moving. Still with the handle on the ball. Trying to make some moves.
Shovel
a
shot.
Pass that goes wide.
We got the shovel shot.
That was a shovel shot pass.
Reese with
a shot. Oh, right off Bell's leg and out of play. So Carson Reese taking out his own guy there, and Bell is down for the count. So the ref is waiting here, not sure what he's going to do.
Blow the whistle, Jesus.
Oh, they never really blew it back in, so.
No, but you know, a little communication goes a long way. Instead of just staring at the player, look at the guy, look at the bench.
Well, I think the ref was actually pointing at him, telling him to get up.
But Keegan was looking at him like, ref, I'm going to stay here. Like,
yeah,
you're running the game, man. Attaboy, Keegs. Just probably a little stinger there. That was a tough shot. Carson Reese letting a little sub shot go.
Yeah.
So a reminder to everybody, we're 10-9 with 6:20 left in the third period. Saints need to get 2 goals to win this thing to hold on to first place overall. So let's go black and yellow.
Well,
do what you do.
Tie it, Jeff.
Yeah, but I want to win.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Yeah,
winner,
I don't want
Steve.
overtime, really.
I'm a winner.
You're a winner chicken dinner.
I don't want overtime either.
You know what? I
Either.
saw Gene Regier in the down below there. He took a second look. He didn't realize it was me.
I saw the old Gene Dog.
Yeah.
Torn caught out of his net there, a little scary moment.
Stanhope puts it up to Johnson. Johnson making moves, puts it over to Patterson. Patterson loses the handle on that, scooped up by Graydon. Look at the length of my stick, Bradley.
Let's go, Bradley.
So Bradley hands off to Folds.
Okay, I got to get a song ready, Steve.
Okay.
I got it. I'm ready.
What do you got going, Jeff?
You wait and see when we score. It's going to be exciting.
Why don't you play a little Welcome to the Jungle or something?
Nope. Better.
Better than that?
Little back check.
That almost snuck behind Manuel.
A little high stick.
So
Got
Walter
the reset.
making
Clark.
some moves. Loses the handle on that, but it's going to be picked back up by Ray.
Clark deked himself out of his own sneakers.
Or sorry, Gillespie. Gillespie puts it up top to Folds. Folds back over to Walter. Walter making some moves. Just nodding the head, telling him, hey, get up top, Gillespie. Gillespie gets that. 8 on the shot. Gillespie looking, making some moves. Takes it in behind. Shovels it in front to Folds. Nothing doing there.
Oh, the
And
goalie, little
Reese.
trash talk. Little trash talk for him.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what they were saying, Jeff. Probably saying, man, I really like those yellow jerseys.
Probably.
I like that fish in your jersey. Lupo, Wilkinson, back over to McKay.
It's kind of ironic. Most of these kids smell like stinky fish, and they actually wear one.
Stanhope. Oh, he gets stripped by Blanchard, and Blanchard, look at him go, Jeff. His
He's
hair
off to
just
the races.
waving in the wind.
That's the only thing that weighs him down, really, Steve.
I
Other
think
than
so,
that,
you know.
he'd be an Olympic
Well,
sprinter.
You know what, Jeff? That's why I don't have any hair. It just
That's
weighed
why.
me down too much.
Mhm.
It slowed me down.
Right.
I couldn't speak as fast.
Right.
Kept getting in my face.
Mm-hmm.
It was annoying.
Plus, all the chicks.
Yeah, well, that's true. I didn't like, having better hair than the girls.
Neither did they.
So Gerhardt comes up with the loose ball.
We got a bike gang here, Steve. 2 guys on bikes just rode into the PoCo Rec Center.
Oh, no, Jeff.
Bike gang.
Curtin back over to Darby. Darby down to Patterson. Patterson up top to Johnson. Johnson making moves on Edgar. Takes it down to the corner. He's got... Oh, there's a shot by Curtin back.
Good
That
hit.
knocked Van Reenen back a little bit, but right at the end, and the Saints swallow up the loose ball. Timeout Saints with 3:23 left.
Nice Riley finish his check there.
Timeout Saints. What do you got going, Jeff? Come on, let's hear some tunes, buddy.
You want some tunes?
I want some good stuff.
Okay. Well, for right now,
How about some Prince?
I think I'm going to go, I don't know, Steve. I was going to give you something, but I want to save
How
that
about a little
something.
John Fogerty? Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Do, 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 do,
I think that'd be a good one to
do,
throw
do.
on, personally.
I should have played that when Torrin came in.
Yeah, but why don't you just play it now? Just for
I
the
just-
hell of it.
I'm not
Just for
feeling
the
it.
halibut.
I'm not feeling it. This timeout's already happened. I was thinking about playing a little Christmas music, but I don't think that would go over well. Santa Baby. Now that's a sexy song.
That is a sexy. How about walking around in women's underwear?
That's a classic. I
Hey?
like it. It's good.
Walking in a women's underwear.
In the meadow.
In
No,
the lingerie section, there was Fisher. And his bikini top so teeny.
Can we get the police to the booth, please, Roger?
Gillespie with the ball. He's got a wide open lane. Takes it down, spins, moves. Bell picks for him. Gillespie gets cranked by
Yeah!
Donahoe and gets the shot away and puts it behind Manuel to tie the game at 10.
I knew you'd like it, Steve.
I love it, Jeff. Little James Brown. Woo! Wow! You know James Brown, hey, we talks to his band mates. Hey, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Little
Yeah!
James Brown coming your way. Good God.
Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah! Oh,
That was great goal. Gillespie patient with the ball. Brings it around the top for a big rip to tie this thing at 10 with 2:53 left to play in the third. One-handed shot.
Saints goal scored by number 20, Brody Gillespie. The assist to number 6, James Alexander. Time of the goal, 16:55. Gillespie from Alexander at 16:55. That's going to be a silly penalty by Tanner Riley, Jeff. Cross-check. Down on the ground with 2:28 left. That's going to put the Saints short for 2 minutes or less.
Wow.
Not a smart penalty.
Not a smart play at all, Steve, no. Well, we're going to take a quick minute to get a wipe on the floor.
Saints penalty number 14, Tanner Riley. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 17:32. Riley for cross-checking at 17:32. Penalty box sponsored by Papa Leo's Pizza. So we got Craig LeBranch out there wiping the floor, Jeff. I'm sure he's got a few words for the official at the same time.
Not Craig.
No. Craig doesn't have his backpack on, though, tonight, Jeff.
He's doing the gate, brother. He's got to be quick on the draw.
Job, Craig. That a boy. Should have used the tie. Johnson across to McKay. McKay looking, surveying, puts it back up top to Kurtenbach. Picked off by Bradley. Bradley, he's going to peel off. He's got McKay all over him. Bradley, that's the third or fourth pick that he's had tonight. Playing with that longer stick. Good defensive work tonight by Graydon Bradley. Hands off to Clark Walter. So the Saints are going to... Ooh, and there's Walter gets... Oh, and the ball doesn't come out of his stick. He picks it back up.
Loses his stick, picks the stick back up, continues on the rag. Well
Folds,
done.
Rolls it down, back down to Walter. That should be an interference
And maybe
call.
a high stick.
And they are going to give a high
late
stick
call.
to Macedo. And that'll even things up.
Clark did a great job selling that one.
What did he say?
New West coach who's doing the little filming beside us is asked the referee, or at least told him, that he shouldn't be wearing that black shirt. I'm not sure what shirt he would like him to be wearing, or if he'd even like him here at all.
New West penalty number 20, Nathan Macedo. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 18:18. Macedo for high sticking at 18:18.
Minute 27 left. Dylan folds the ball up top. We're now 4-on-4.
Yeah, so lots of room out there. Folds making some moves. I bet he wants to take it in. There's a bit of a hold, but not going to get a call on that. And that ball goes errantly, picked up by Gerhardt. Timeout, New West.
The Bellies. Bellies will take that timeout.
New West, timeout. So here we are, Jeff. Buck 10 left in the third period. Shots are 39-42 in favor of the Bellies. Score is all knotted at 10.
Yeah, been a great game, I guess.
42 seconds. The Saints will be on the power play.
Big finish here, Steve. Let's score in the last 8 seconds to win this thing.
Yeah, I really don't want to go to overtime. You know, I'm
If-
not getting paid anything extra.
If we
for this.
score with 8 seconds left in the game... That's right, Roger. You want to stop and listen to this one. I will kiss your hairy butt.
Jeff, I already shaved it. Damn. Not so hairy.
Okay, then I won't kiss it. Here we go. 4-on-4, but New West has decided to pull the keeper. Torren's going to get this ball and score the goal. Torren is going to score the game winner.
I'm saying it's going to be Joel Edgar, Jeff.
Nice, I like it.
Johnson, Kurtenbach playing pass, playing catch. Johnson with a shot, save Van Reenen. Loose ball picked up by
Bradley.
Goff Throws it down to Bradley. Bradley loses the handle, gets it back, making some moves. And he throws one. What do you even call that? It's not a backhand. It's a little side backhand.
It's our ball.
Shot.
40 seconds left. Goff.
Nice what save. A save.
Great save by the New West keeper. That's a high stick. That was definitely a high stick.
Steps in, takes shot, save Van Reenen, rebound. Wilkinson picks up the loose ball.
Action.
25 left. Lupo with the ball up top. Shot scores!
Wow. 22 seconds left. 22 seconds left.
Saved by Manuel there about 10 seconds ago.
Late scramble by the Saints in front. Belly's able to pick up that rebound. Torn with a couple nice stops early. Lupo with a big rip from the top. 22 seconds left, 11-10. What a game. Unfortunately, Bradley had that opportunity. Maybe should have pulled out for the reset. It is what it is. What's done is done. Let's go, boys. 15 seconds.
New West goal scored by number 4, Dalton Lupo. The assist to number 14, Ryan Wilkinson. And number 9, Quinn Stanhope. Time of the goal, 19:48.
Folds makes the pass across to Frosty. Frosty off the post with only seconds remaining. New West wins this game 11-10. That changes everything for the Saints.
Certainly does, and that I believe that secures first place for the Adanacs.
Well, I would think so. They're over there taking their clothes off.
The goalie's come off the floor. He's puking in the bucket. Well, Jeff, that's going to be a wrap here, I think, from PoCo Arena. Saints losing a heartbreaker. 11-10.
That was a very good game. That was exciting.
It was exciting.
Tough to lose that one, but Jesus, what a game.
So I think Coquitlam's got first place wrapped up. I'm not sure how the rest of the standings are going to fall, but...
like we said, Steve, we're not doing math.
That's true. Let's not do math. Let's just hang up this program.
Okay.
For all of you, we will not be broadcasting this game. This was just purely for our entertainment purposes only.
And entertaining it was. Well,
thanks for PoCo Arena. Adios. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Ciao for now. I think that was a Patsy Cline song.